Okay. So the next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you? Or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. Run. What do I do? This is an interesting choice. So you stop him. I'll give Butts a chance. Let's see how bad he really is. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Bugs? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Oh, there's an objection. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank saw it at the stand. Saw it, yep. Mr. Saw it. You saw the newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. That's a disturbing dot on his forehead. Mr. Saw it. You may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran away, without a doubt, is the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the whole building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the report record. No, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna look at this first. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Alright, and he was there at 1 p.m. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right? This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination witnesses account. That was a cool animation there. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Selling subscriptions, I'm gonna leave that. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, omen, now moving dead. Hold it. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no. Nothing. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. But he just said he didn't enter the apartment at all. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes. I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh. Well, that I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. That's all of it. There must have been a contradiction somewhere, in there somewhere. Examine the courtroom button if something strikes you as being suspicious, and find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to him. Alright, let me read through this evidence real quick. Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. Well, that's... okay, so time of death, wrong. Nothing on the thinker. Ride from 7:30. Okay, so if we go back, quote, oh no, the time was ahead of, past that. There it is. Let's press. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. I will present this, I believe it is. Yes. 4 to 5 p.m. You found the dead body at 1 p.m. Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find it that hard to believe. Mr. Sahut, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Is he going to? Yeah, he's gonna fix his story now or something. Yeah. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what you need. You know what to do. I've got this one. Cross-examination. And stop this right here.